Hello travelers, welcome to Geneva, Switzerland. A sophisticated city, home of the United Nations, beautiful lakeside life, Swiss charm and prices. In today's video, I'm taking you on board Swiss Air flight LX1090 in economy class from here to Berlin Brandenburg Airport in Germany. We'll go from downtown Geneva through the airport and Swiss Air economy class intra-Europe experience to landing in Berlin, all aboard the sleek Airbus A220, which has a kind of a treat for passengers visiting the lavatory. Do you want to know more? Then come aboard because this is the last boarding call.
We are here at Geneva Central Station, waiting for our 308 train to the airport. Our flight departs at 5:55, so it's 3 hours before the flight. So I think we're in a healthy 3 hours prior to the flight, and we're catching up the service from Geneva train station to the airport. The trains depart every 10 minutes from Geneva Central Station. That's where we are now. So let's go and catch the train.
The train is clean, efficient, right on time as expected in Switzerland, and best of all, it's free, with one-day pass given by the Canton of Geneva. I received an invitation to obtain this card after I made the hotel reservation in Geneva, and I'm super thankful for that.
Yeah, the train ride from Geneva CBD to the airport takes around 7 minutes, and trains depart every 10 minutes. Today we are departing from Terminal 1, and I will go to the Swiss counter to do the check-in for the flight.
Checking at Geneva International was smooth. We are departing now from Terminal 1 today, and this is where Swiss Air has plenty of self-service kiosk and staff counter if needed. I went to the staff once, got checked in, and dropped my bag in less than 2 minutes.
Already checked in for the flight. The process was super easy, super quick. I was told that I could have checked in on the first class, business class check-in, dedicated check-in lines, but I didn't do it. And my carry-on, we were offered to send the carry-on as registered baggage, which we did. So it's better to roam around the airport with no baggage. So, and also I was invited to go to either the business class lounge or the senator lounge. So I will go upstairs and see which one I go and try to get some shots from there.
Security was straightforward, friendly staff and short queues. From there, you get to a central area where the lounges are located, and at that moment, we didn't have gate info yet, so we went to the Senator Lounge upstairs. The friendly staff checked us in at the lounge, and fortunately, it wasn't very busy at that time. When we entered, we had plenty of seating options with furniture of a noticeable good quality. However, the food offering wasn't great, but what was offered was good in flavor. Let's have a look.
We are inside the Senator Lounge, Swiss Airlines in Geneva Airport, and today I opted for the penne parmesana with a potato gratin and ragu with parmesan cheese and a Coke. This is what I'm going to have for today. So, and as always, my travel partner, she got fruits and a yogurt cup. Good of having a travel partner, you eat the delicious one and she eats the healthy options.
Beverage fared a bit better, but the coffee machine didn't have non-lactose or skim milk. Didn't stop me from getting one, but I'll take 1 point less. The other flaw I see is that the toilets are located on the public side of the terminal, not inside the lounge, and there is no shower facilities. We were there in the Senator Lounge for a short time. We recharged our devices and our batteries and head to the long walk to the satellite gates once we saw our gate location and the long walk we had ahead. And while we walk to our gate, let's talk about Geneva's airport Wi-Fi, because it was confusing us. We ended up connecting, but it was not straightforward.
And just to let you know that Wi-Fi in Geneva Airport is not very useful. it offers you three ways to connect, which none of them work. If you select connecting by identity card, it asks you for a ticket code, which you either put your reservation code or your e-ticket number, and none of them work. Also, the other options doesn't work either. The SMS, where I ask for an SMS to be sent that we never receive. So bear that in mind that you might have your roaming services enabled, because there's no much chance that you can connect to the Wi-Fi on the Geneva airport itself.
Also, let's talk about the cost of this flight. I bought this ticket 2 months prior for nearly $115 US. As Star Alliance Gold member, I had free piece of luggage, but I was charged for seat selections anyway. At the time of buying the ticket, Swissair was offering the best value proposition compared to Lufthansa and EasyJet in the non-stop route. And when we finally got into the satellite area, I enjoyed some nice close-up bronze views. Let's see.
One interesting thing of Geneva Airport is it has these satellite terminals with 6 or 8 gates each. You cross from the main terminal in an underground passage, and you get to these isolated terminals. In this case, this is the gates. That's this circle here. This satellite has 2, 3, 5, 8 gates, and it's nice because you can see a lot of action, a lot of tarmac action. Like this EasyJet taxiing prior to departure, and this one is boarding. And this EasyJet is also boarding, ready for departure. And there's a few of these satellite terminals in Geneva Airport. This is our ride for today, a 7-year-old Airbus A220-300, registration Hector Bravo, Juliet Charlie India, which today have flown 2 times. It went to Hurghada, then back to Hurghada to Geneva, and today it will be flying us to Berlin. I'm seeing the last 10 flights with a perfect on-time record.
Boarding was called on time, and we had a wet boarding because of the light rain falling that afternoon, and we were greeted by the friendly A220 cabin crew and got up to our seat. Let's have a look at the scene.
This is home for the next 2 hours. It has a decent amount of space. It's a small airplane, 2-3 configuration for economy class and 2-2 for business class. And that's tray table, not the cleanest one. We have a lot of literature, obviously the emergency procedures. And the seat itself, it's leather made. It's a good quality seat, and it has a headrest, but it doesn't move. It doesn't fold six way to neck support. In terms of leg room, it is a decent. It offers a decent leg room. Very small pockets only for devices, nothing else. Actually, you can put here. Emergency procedures and literature. I already said that. Yeah. So see, we've got seat 11A and 11C for my travel partner, and we have a nice view. The engine view. See how bad the weather is today. So it'll probably be a bumpy ride during takeoff, but it'll be fine.
Tablets and mobile phones must be safely secured in the passenger's hand and will stay away.
I must say that this is the first time I'm flying the Airbus A220, and I find this small screen is very cute. It's so nice. We are actually turning on the engines and ready to roll for this 1.5 hour flight to Berlin.
We started to taxi approximately 10 minutes past the scheduled time, which was okay. The plane was approximately 7% load full, and while we taxied to our assigned runway, let's talk about the flight route. The winds that day, our flight departed from Geneva in southwest direction from runway 22, then turned 180 degrees right to take the northeast direction to Germany. We traversed the entire of Switzerland with the beautiful Swiss Alps to our right, and then we directed to Stuttgart upon entering the German airspace. Then we go in a straight line approaching to Berlin and finally descended, started 20 minutes, and we descended into the 07 left runway.
I like this cabin, the A220, and like the 2-3 configuration. It reminds me of the old DC-9 and the 80s of my childhood that I flew in. Small but very comfortable cabin. These engines, they do a very good job. They're very quiet, considering the size of the engine ratio of the size of the plane. They're very quiet and comfortable. Here we are, 5 minutes in the flight, and let's see what we got here. Let's see what Swiss puts here in the...
I didn't end up getting anything for purchase because I had a lot of work to do and I needed to use the table, but the crew delivered a nice touch of Swiss chocolate.
But in the middle of flight, we are 40 minutes to Berlin, and I started doing some work, and another nice touch for such a short flight to Swiss. We were given Swiss chocolate. Thank you for flying while I do some work, and 40 minutes away from Berlin.
And now it was time to use and review the tool.
So let's do the lavatory review, and the first impression of this lavatory is that it's huge. For such a small plane, this is a big lavatory, and particularly this one is very clean, no sticky floor, no smelly, and the basin is very clean. I'm very impressed with this lavatory, I must say. It has all the amenities, so automatic hand wash, water, nice mirror, illuminated, and it's wow, the illumination is very nice, and the A220 very well maintained by the Swiss crew for this flight.
And just like that, we were starting our descent into BR, which was as smooth as butter, and 17 minutes prior to the scheduled time, considering that we taxied 10 minutes late. We disembarked orderly yet quickly, but bear in mind that Berlin Airport is massive, so it was a long walk from the plane to the baggage reclaim.
Thank you.
And in there, just a quick tip to be mind of.
So we're waiting for the luggage because we opted to have our carry-on checked in the hall to avoid having them around. And be mindful that in Berlin, the luggage card, you need a €1 coin or €1 or €2 coin to release them, right? They're still technically free. You will get the euro back or the €2 to get the coin back when you put it back. But be mindful, otherwise, unless you catch one trolley or one card missing there, you still need a coin to get it. So what I'm gonna.
After collecting our bags, we went to the arrivals area to catch the train from the airport to Berlin Central Station, and while we walked there, let's wrap up the experience with Swiss. I must say that their economy class product for intra-European flights is a great value for money. We were not treated as cattle as you may be in low-cost carriers, but we were treated nicely as customers and passengers. We got a good seat, a free bottle of water and chocolate, nice and clean cabin and lavatory, leather seats for 2 hours, and $115 USD. I think the money's worth. Besides, the Airbus A220 is a nice machine, small yet very smooth. You don't feel very much engine noise even sitting next to them. Will I fly them again? Of course I will. Right, and we are catching the DB train from Berlin Brandenburg. This is the station. Into Berlin HBF. I'm not going to try to pronounce the name, which is a central station. Fly for today. I hope this video has been informative for you. I'd like to thank you for viewing, and remember to smash that like button, subscribe to my channel. I do this as a hobby. I don't get paid by airlines. I'm not a professional YouTuber. It's only a hobby for me, and it means a lot if you subscribe, like, and make a comment if you find out this video useful or anything else. So just shout a hello, and thank you for viewing. Bye.